coming up in this short video. I went head to head with the 6th fastest heavyweight in the UK. Let me show you how it went. So coming in through turn 2 now, I get taken out and put in the barrier, so I go down to last. At this point now, I'm chasing down to try and get to first, and I'm having to overtake a lot of people. These two here have been fighting hard for the whole lap, so I go for the double switchback, which is one of my favourite moves I've ever gone for. At this point now, 10 minutes into the session, I've caught up to the 6th fastest heavyweight, which is Louis Smitham. As you can see, he's trying to navigate the back marker in front of him, which is also helping me to catch up to the back of him. One lap later, Louis tries going down the inside of the back marker, which also causes me to latch onto the back. So now he's gone down the inside and I followed him through, but the back marker didn't notice I was there and went wide through turn 2 and I capitalised. Sadly, I couldn't capitalise and overtake Louis, so I'm having to sit behind and try and overtake him myself. Once again, I've skipped forward another lap and Louis decides to defend through turn 2. This also causes me to have a significant speed boost on Louis through the back straight, and I've decided to stick my nose down the inside and he turns across onto me. I do apologise and I let him back through to continue the battle. Skipping forward another lap, I see that Louis goes defensive once again and I try to carry as much speed as I can through turn 2 so I can maximise my exit speed. I decide to stick my nose down the inside once again for a different result, and it does happen. I give him enough space so he can continue for the corner next, and then I go for another switchback on the down ramp to try and get past him. I stick my nose down the inside once again through the pit straight and it doesn't work out. I go for once again another switchback. At this point, me and Louis are battling as hard as we possibly can. Louis is hanging on as hard as he can and I'm trying to overtake him as much as I possibly can. Moving forward once again another lap, Louis decides to go defensive and I try to maximise my exit speed, which doesn't happen like the last lap and I stay equal with him on the straight. I've decided to take the normal line for the upstairs left-hander to try and analyse what he does wrong and what he does right. Once again, coming through turn 2, Louis goes defensive and I try to get the drive out of turn 2 myself, but I just can't do it. We're coming through the down ramp section now, going through the pit straight, and I see that Matthew Jarvis is behind me, one of the fastest middleweights at the track, and he taps my rear end because I bogged down the car mid-corner, and I lose all my entry speed and all my exit speed. At this point, I'm praying for Louis to make a mistake so I can try and get past him and stop Matthew from getting past. It does look like Louis is not going to make any mistakes at this point. As you can see, me and Louis are going side by side down the back straight because I get an amazing launch out of turn 2. Coming through the left-hander upstairs, Matthew tries to slot in behind Louis to overtake me, but he just can't pull it off because I get good exit. At this point, I'm trying to stay as calm as possible coming through here to try and overtake Louis, but I just can't stay calm because I've got Matthew stuck behind me. So I'm pushing as hard as I humanly can to try and get past Louis, but I just can't seem to find a gap. So I'm coming through here now, sticking in the human DRS, and this looks like the best opportunity I've had so far. So I've analysed all the laps before, and I've seen where his weaknesses are. This is where one of his weaknesses are, and I go side by side upstairs, and I get past him because I get brilliant switchback coming through turn 2. It is safe to say that this is probably the best battle I've ever had in rental karting. Does this mean I have potential to become a Bikc champion in the heavyweight category? Let me know in the comments below.